right, guys. So welcome to the Life Groups and Life Missions Leadership Podcast. This is not carpool karaoke version. I can promise you that we're not singing today. Maybe we'll sing a little bit. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. But yeah, you can notice we're doing this a little bit different today. So the main reason is because there's a ton of flies where we were typically doing it, and we had just recorded this, and it didn't work out. So our expectations were not met, but we're going to adapt, and we're going to overcome, and we're going to drive in the rain for a little bit and talk to you guys about life groups and life missions and all the exciting things that are happening at Life Church Owasso.
Right. So what this really reminds me of is our core value of we will give up things we love for things we love even more. It's an honor to sacrifice for Christ and His church. And the flies were driving us crazy.
Yeah.
And it wasn't awesome. So we gave up where we were going to have our podcast because we care so much for you guys, and we wanted to continue to have this podcast in a fun way without flies flying in our face. So we're doing it this way. One of the ways as life group leaders that you guys may run into is comparing yourself to, or your life group to other life groups, thinking that other life groups have it more together, other leaders have it more together. I know that was a pretty substantial struggle for me when I first became a life group leader was, man, things are crazy. I don't understand this. This is chaos. What is going on? Are other life groups experiencing this? And here's the thing, guys. We have 175 life groups in Life Church Owasso, and all 175 of those have struggles and look different.
Right, because we all have these expectations of what our life group is supposed to look like. And when those expectations aren't met, man, it creates a little bit of a scramble in our minds as leaders. Like, what are we going to do about this problem? How are we going to help this couple cope with their marriage that isn't failing? I expected our group to be able to get together and in peace and quiet be able to connect with each other around God's Word, and all of a sudden we're being driven crazy by our kids or our dogs, or there's all of these things that get in the way of our expectations. But as leaders, it's our job to adapt, sometimes get in the car and adjust so that we can make what we have been called to and what we've been called to do happen.
Yeah, so here's the thing, guys. You are called to be right where you're at. In this moment in history, God has placed you here for this purpose, to lead people to become fully devoted followers of Christ. And one of the ways that is done is through life groups, through relationships with others. And yeah, it's going to be up and down. It's a roller coaster ride. Much like our walk with Christ is full of hills and valleys, your life group is going to be full of hills and valleys. I had a great conversation with a life group leader yesterday who said everything is going fantastic, and she's super excited how things are going. And one of the things I told her was, just remember this feeling right here in this moment when things start to kind of take a turn south. But know that on the end of whatever valley you're in and leading your life group, there's a light on the other side of that.
Right. We know that there's hope beyond ourselves for the things that God has called us to. When there's a problem in our path, we know that God can use that to accomplish His purposes if we allow Him to. But it starts with us recognizing what He's called us to, taking a deep breath, adjusting, and then moving toward the goal.
Right. I certainly never thought that at any point when we started these leadership podcasts that we would be doing it in the car on a rainy day. But you know what? We give up things we love for things we love even more. It is an honor to sacrifice for Christ and His church. And today we're sacrificing the comfort of doing our leadership podcast in the auditorium with the lights and all of that, still to be able to invest in you guys because we love you guys so much.
And no road rage yet. So we're actually going to go ahead and end this while we're ahead, but we love you guys. We hope to see you guys this weekend. We would love to be able to shake your hand and just be able to connect with you and hear about how things are going in your group, whether they're going really well or whether this is a season that's a little bit tough to walk through. We want to walk through that with you guys. So we love you guys, and remember, whoever finds God
finds life.